Yahoo minasan! Okay, so today we are gonna talk about Dorayakii, the short history of it, and how we make it.
Jadi kami akan menjelaskan tentang Dorayakii seperti sejarah singkatnya dan tentang nilai-nilai budayanya serta cara membuatnya.
Watashi tachi wa hyakuju koko sushin desu. Sore wa otanashimi kudasai. Okay, 皆さん、私の仕事は生徒です。私は17歳です。私の趣味はオンラインで漫画を読むです。僕の特性はかっこいいです。私はかっこいい。私の夢は医者です。私の夢は医者です。あ、バイバイ。
やほみなさん、私の名前はシタです。私は生徒です。私は17歳です。私の趣味は読書です。私は静か好きです。私の夢は医者です。
はい、みんな、私の仕事は生徒です。私は16歳です。私の趣味は音楽を聴く。私の特性は活動です。私の夢は栄養士です。
So what is dorayaki? Dorayaki is a delicious traditional Japanese pancake that is very popular. This cake consists of two layers of soft and fluffy butter. Then, between the two layers, it is filled with a sweet red bean paste called anko. So why it is called dorayaki? Dorayaki has two words. Dora in Japanese means gold. The name is given because the pancakes round and slightly shaped resemble look like gong, and yaki in Japanese means grilled or baked.
Okay, now I'll tell you where does dorayaki come from. Dorayaki is a traditional Japanese cake that has existed since the Edo era. Dorayaki, which is a combination of the two words, there is a dora meaning gong and yaki meaning grilled or baked, has a very touching history. According to Japanese legend, dorayaki was discovered by a samurai named Saito no Musashibo Bankei. Saito no Musashibo Benkei was severely injured one day and was cared for by an elderly couple until he recovered. After recovering, Benkei made dorayaki using a mixture of wheat flour and water cooked on a gong. And this legend is considered the origin of the popularity of dorayaki. However, at that time dorayaki was not round but shaped like folded pancake filled with angkok, or sweet red bean paste. Then, around 1941, the shape of dorayaki changed to round due to the influence of European food or castella.
Dorayaki first occurred during the Edo era since 1603 until 1868 in Japan, originally as a folded pancake filled with sweet red bean paste. It with, evolved into its modern round shape with two soft pancakes separating the filling around 1941, included by European Castle spoon cake brought to Japan by Portuguese traders. The popular legend attributes the Raki invention to the samurai Saito no Ushibo Benkei, who also left his gong behind at a farmer's house, which was then used to cook pancakes.
Clearly, we all know that Dorayaki is very much connected with a Japanese cartoon about a blue robotic cat without ears who has a multifunctional pocket that can be used for anything. Yep, that's it. You know the guy. It is Doraemon. Alright? Doraemon's love for Dorayaki is deeply tied to his character and story, making the treat a symbol of his personality in Japanese culture. Dorayaki, two fluffy pancakes filled with sweet red bean paste, is often depicted in the series as Doraemon's favorite snack, symbolizing comfort, joy, and nostalgia. This association has helped popularize dorayaki widely, both within Japan and internationally. So when you ask people like around the world about dorayaki, most people would say, "Ah, Doraemon." They would associate dorayaki with Doraemon. Many episodes and comics shows him eagerly eating dorayaki beyond just being a favorite food. Dorayaki serves as a symbol of hospitality and kindness in Japan, reflecting the cultural values of sharing the warmth, and Doraemon's portrayal often highlights these cultural aspects, emphasizing the importance of food and connecting people and evoking fond memories. For fans, Dorayaki isn't just a snack, but a symbol of the cheerful and generous spirit of Doraemon, which helps maintains its popularity as a beloved treat linked to a Japanese heritage.
So we're gonna make the dorayaki, but before that we need to make the paste, or we called anko, which means red bean paste. And the ingredients that we need is 1 cup of azuki beans or red beans, 3/4 cup of sugar, and water. And after you have all the ingredients, that we can move to the step of how to make anko. The first step is rinse the azuki beans through the running water. And the second one is put the beans in a pot and add enough water to cover them completely. 3. Bring to a boil over medium heat, then boil it for 5 minutes. 4 is drain the water to remove any bitterness, then add fresh water to the pot, about 3 or 4 cups of water. And after that, cook the beans again over low heat for about 1 until 1.5 hours, or until they become soft. Add more water if you need to keep the beans covered. And once the beans are soft, drain most of the water, leaving just a little bit in the pot. And after that, you can add sugar and a pinch of salt, and then stir them over the low heat until the mixture thickness and become a paste. And just do the taste test and adjust the sweetness as you like. For the last step, let it cool completely before using it as a filling for dorayaki or Japanese desserts.
Okay, now I will tell you how to make dorayaki. Before that, you must prepare your ingredients. The ingredients is 1 and a 4 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 2 eggs, half cup sugar, 1 tablespoon honey, 3 or 4, 3 or 4 cup milk, and the last handful for filling.
The step is prepare all the ingredients in a large bowl. Mix flour and baking soda together.
Okay, guys, and after that, you can add milk into the egg mixture and stir until it's smooth. All right, so you can stir it well. Make sure you stir it well because if you don't, well, it's gonna be stuffy. All right, so you mix it well. All right, and you can what do you call it? Whip it until it's smooth and even. Now you gradually add the dry mixture. All right, the one that we mixed before. Like the flour and baking soda. Yeah, you mix it. All right, gradually. Remember, gradually add the dry mixture. All right, gradually into the wet mixture that we stir. You know, before into the wet mixture while stirring to make a smooth batter. So we stir Okay, and we gradually, what do you call it, add the dry mixture. All right, so remember, gradually. After you do all that, all kinds of mixing that you've done back then, you heat a non-stick pan over a medium heat. Remember, medium. Don't go lower or higher. Well, actually, it can be adjusted, but it is recommended that you do it in a medium heat. All right, and then after that, you lightly oil it. All right, you lightly pour oil onto it, and then you wipe off the excess oil with a paper towel. You can actually wipe it with any kinds of paper, but paper towel works best. And then after that, after it kind of heats up a little bit, you can pour a small amount of batter. Like it's about one ladle here, but me personally, uh, I just use my feelings. Like however much I want to make, like how big my dorayaki. You know, I just adjust it to my liking onto the pan, and remember, just when you pour it, remember that you put it dead center. Like if you pour it here, just don't move your hand. Just stop. All right, it's gonna make a circle on its own. After you pour it, and it makes like circle on its own, you cook it. You cook it until small bubbles appears on the surface, and the edge looks just a tad bit dry. All right, and then after that, you can flip the dorayaki. Okay, after you flip the dorayaki, cook the other side for about like 1 minute. All right, it says here that it's 1 minute, but the best thing you can do, like as a measure, it doesn't have to be fixed on 1 minute. If it's already golden brown, you can remove it. All right, you can remove it, and then well, go on to the next batter. Okay. All right. After you're all done cooking the dorayaki, you take one dorayaki. Okay, you first take one dorayaki. Okay, don't just take the whole thing. Take one dorayaki first. All right, and then you spread the anko on one dorayaki. On top of it, you spread it, and you can spread it as much as you want. But I don't, what do you call it? I don't want my dorayaki to be filled to the brim with anko. All right, so I just put it generously, but not too much. All right, it's it's actually personal preference, but you understand, okay? You then take another dorayaki, and then you press it, all right? You put it on top of the dorayaki, all right? Dorayaki that you have smeared with anko, and then you press the edges gently. Gently press the edges. Don't just like don't be rough on it, all right? Or else it'll break. Gently press on the edges, and yeah, your dorayaki is finally ready to serve.